Welcome, welcome. Happy Wednesday. Today I'm just going to run through the problems. So write fast, pause it if you need to. We don't have to take any notes or anything, so it should go pretty quick. We are going to go to number somewhere around 30. Okay, so it'll be a shorter day. Okay, so look at number one. I's can go with i's. Regular numbers go with regular numbers. So 8 plus 3, is 11. 11i. And then we got that plus 1. So these two can go together. Well, not starting off good. Okay, so those two can go together. It should be 11i plus 1. Sorry. Okay, for these, we need to distribute and or change the signs in all the second one, and then you can add them together. So this is gonna be a -6 and a +4, and so now we can combine. Okay, so -2 minus 6 is gonna be a -8. -1 plus 4 is a positive 3i. Okay, for the multiplication, that's where we get those I squareds, okay? So, 4 times 6 is 24i. Okay, and then we got a -12i squared. Okay, and then we can change the I squared to -1. I don't know what this is. Oh, it's supposed to be an I. I'm a hot mess so far. Okay, so we got 24i. -12 times -1 is going to be a positive 12. Okay, number 7, we got to distribute all the way through. Okay, so it's going to be -7 times 1. It's going to be -7. -7 times 8 is -56i. 3i times 1 is going to be a positive 3i. And 8 times 3 is going to be a 24i squared. Okay, we can combine this middle here, so I got -7 minus 53i. And then here, we can change this I squared to a -1. So -1 times 24 is going to be a -24. Okay, and then we can also combine this 7 and this 24 to give me a -31 minus 53i. Okay, number 9. We can draw 4 sets of parentheses, and we're going to say n and n. Then we're going to make a list of 20. So I got 20 is 1 and 20, 2, 10, 4, 5. Okay, I need something to add or subtract to give me a 9. Okay, so I'm going to use 4, 5. And I need a -9, so it's going to be a minus minus. Okay, 12 is the same except for, or 11, sorry. 11 is the same except for it says equals 0. Okay, so that one has that extra step. So we're going to say n and n. And we're going to make a list of 12. So I got 1 and 12, 2 and 6, 3 and 4. Okay, I need something to add or subtract to give me a 7. Okay, so it's going to be 3, 4. And I need a -7, so it's going to be a minus minus. Okay, because this says equals 0, we have got to say n equals 3 and 4. Okay, because they're a minus, we change them to a plus. Okay, 13, 14, 15, 16 are those hard ones. Okay, so we're gonna start with 2 sets of parentheses, and we're gonna make a 12 over here. So we got 1 and 12, 2, 6, 3, 4. Okay, for this side I got 15, which is 1 and 15, 3, 5. Okay, so I'm gonna start off with the 3, 4. So we got 3 in and a 4 in. Okay, for the other side I got, we'll start with a 3 and a 5. Okay, we're gonna check the outer 2 and the inner 2. Okay, so 3 times 5 is 15. 3 times 4 is 12. Okay, well, a 15 and a 12 is never going to give me a 24, so that one is not gonna work. So we're gonna erase the 3, 5 and put 5, 3 instead. We're gonna try 5, 3. Okay, 3 times 3 is 9. 5 times 4 is 20. Okay, well, a 9 and a 20 is not going to give me a 24. Okay. Okay, now, so we've checked 3 and 5 with the 3 and 4. For the 15 and 1, it's not gonna be that. Because this one has more numbers, you're gonna go ahead and change these ones first. So we're gonna try to change it to a 2 and 6. Okay, so we're gonna change this to a 2 and a 6. Okay, so 2 in, 6 in. And then we're gonna try that 3 and 5 again. Okay, 2 times 5 is 10. 6 times 3 is 18. Okay, and that did not work. Okay, so we're gonna change it to a 5 and then a 3. 2 times 3 is 6. 5 times 6 is 30. Okay, and that one will work. Okay, so we can have a negative 30 and a positive 6. Okay, and so if you recall, this one goes in this box. This one goes in this box. Okay, and so I know those are your favorite. I know. However, they do take some time, so those are the ones that I would guess on, and when we do multiple choice, I'll show you how to really narrow it down. Okay, 15, you're gonna do the same way. We're gonna make a list of 8. So 1 and 8, 2 and 4. Okay, for the 40, I got 1 and 40, 2 and 20, 3, 4 and 10, 5 and 8. Okay, as always, pick from the bottom of the list, so 2N and a 4N. Okay, and we'll start with the 5 and 8. So 5 and 8. 2 times 8 is 16. 5 times 4 is 20. Okay, that one's not gonna work, so we can try an 8 and then a 5. 2 times 5 is 10. 8 times 4 is 32. And that one can work. So I can do a negative 32 and a positive 10. So the positive is gonna go in this box, excuse me, and the negative is gonna go in this box. Okay, and so really, I mean, these can get erased, but. Okay, 17, solve with the quadratic formula. Okay, that's that really long one. I will write it on here just so you have it for today, but it's gonna be negative b plus or minus square root of b squared minus 4 times a times c all over 2a. Okay, so it's gonna look like negative 7 plus or minus the square root of 7 squared minus 4 times your a, which is 6, times your c, which is negative 5, all over 2 times a. Oh my god. Times 6, not a. I mean, it is a, but a is 6. Okay, so I know for up here, I'm gonna get a negative 7 plus or minus and a 12 on the bottom. 2 times 6 is 12. Okay, you're gonna type your square root button and everything underneath of it. that's gonna give you 13. Okay, so we can type this twice, one with a negative, a positive 13, sorry, and then the other one with a negative 13. Okay, so you should get 1/2 and -5/3. Okay, we got 5 left. Okay, 19 is adding functions essentially. So my g of x is 4x minus 4 plus my f of x, which is x minus 4. Okay, and then we just combine like terms. So 4 plus 1 is going to be 5x, -4, and a -4 is going to be a -8. Okay, for the subtraction, you gotta change all the signs on the second one, okay? So g of x is my second one, so it's gonna be a minus x and a positive 4. And then we write it out just like the addition. Okay, so it's gonna be x squared plus 4x, or plus 4, sorry, not 4x. Minus x plus 4. Okay, the 4's can go together and that's it, so it's gonna be x squared minus x, and for this part, you're gonna get a positive 8. Okay, 23, we got h of t times g of t, so it's gonna be t squared plus 3 times negative t minus 1. Okay, and I would help yourself out and put a 1 right here in between that -1 and that t. Okay, so you gotta multiply the first, the outer, the inner, the last. So t times, so 1 times 1, -1 is -1. We have a T2 and a T1, so that's T3. Okay, I got 1 times -1 is -1. T2 and T none is gonna be T2. 3 times -1 is -3, and from here to here there is 1t. And then 3 times -1 is -3. Okay, at this step you're gonna combine like terms. However, none of these can get put together. You can't put a T3 with a T2. I can't put a T2 with a T. I can't put a T with a T3. Okay, so this is gonna be your answer. However, on your side, you may have to combine like terms. They may not all like work out. Okay, 25 is the division one. We just write the top over the bottom. So G is gonna be my top, which is this one, 2x plus 4 over h of x, which is x plus 4. Okay, 27 is that composition one. Okay, so we start with the 4 into the f function. So I'm gonna write down my f function, n squared minus 3 minus 2n. Okay, everywhere there's an n, I'm putting parentheses 4. So right here it should be parentheses 4 squared minus 3 minus 2, and then parentheses 4. Okay, so we're gonna type that in our calculator and see what you get. And you should get 5. Okay, and so I always put a little box around that. And so now we've used the 4, we've used the f, so we're gonna use the g, which is 2n plus 2. So it's gonna look like 2, and then a 5 plus 2. Okay, which is gonna give me a 12. Okay, and so I need to write that out. G of f of 4 equals 12. Okay, we're gonna stop here. You're gonna do, 1 through 28, so that's 14 problems today. Go through, get your side done, make sure your name is on it, and then put it in the box, okay? Don't mess around and not do your other half, because tomorrow we're finishing. I'm not going back and doing any of this, okay? So have a good day, and I'll see you guys tomorrow.